Yes, Sarah, that's right. Important to separate what we're actually hearing from real sources from Twitter nonsense. But look, here's what we can say. Kevin Hassett was on Fox. He's the National Economic Council director. Earlier today, the anchor person on Fox asked him if the White House would consider a 90-day pause. And then here's what Hassett replied. We have the text here to show the exact answer of what he said. He said, "I think that the president is going to decide what the president is going to decide." So that's not a no, and it's certainly not a yes. That is Kevin Hassett punting on a question that he didn't have the answer to. Why didn't he have the answer to it? Well, because the president, as you've said, Sarah, has been suggesting he's not backing down. He's doubling down all throughout the past 24 and 48 hours. But there's always the possibility with this president that he could change his mind at a moment's notice. And so Hassett had to leave open some kind of possibility rhetorically that that might happen. So he said the president's going to decide what the president's going to decide. That is a much, much different thing than saying that the president will consider or is considering a 90-day pause. And that's why when we were able to go into the West Wing, talk to officials here, Caroline Levitt called me to say that any reporting that there is a 90-day pause under consideration is, quote, fake news, unquote. The White House wants to make it very clear now that the president is not considering a pause. He is full steam ahead on his tariff agenda, guys.
You know, this has been a president that listens to business and engages with business and talks to business, which is all a good thing, you know, going in. Over the weekend, I know he was at the Live Golf tournament, but what sort of communication did he receive from people that he trusts, and is there any sign that he's listening to them? Because I can't imagine anyone in the world of business or investing is on board with this.
Yeah, that's a really good question, Sarah. And my sense is that he did talk to some people in the business community and on Wall Street over the weekend, but I don't know who he spoke with. And I'm trying to get a list here of some of the prominent people that the president was on the phone with over the weekend. We just don't know as of right now. And we also don't know the identities of the 50 countries that the White House says have called looking to have some kind of negotiation here. We don't know which countries are involved in those negotiations to the extent, or requesting a negotiation to the extent that any of them are. We just know that the White House has said that they are. So who is he talking to? Which heads of state is he hearing from? We don't have any of that information. We will see the president later today with Bibi Netanyahu in the Oval Office and at a joint press conference, which I'll be at later this afternoon. So we will have an opportunity, I think, for reporters to get questions to the president, for him to comment on this directly himself. And that's the best indicator, what the president says and his mood.
Yeah.